Hello everybody, Super Jackster1 here, and I'm back now, and it's time for a video you've all been waiting for. Yep, it's time for an update. This is a VHS and Blu-ray update for today, June 6, 2020. I got a total of 13 items. I got 1 VHS and 12 Blu-rays. Pretty sure it is. Yeah. Anyway, let's get started with the VHS. I only got 1 VHS. This I got off of eBay, and this is a rare Disney VHS tape. I found this on eBay for only like $7 or $8. This is the 1986 Black Diamond Classics VHS release of Alice in Wonderland. This is the original version that comes in a cardboard slipcover case. This is the only Black Diamond Classics tape that came in a cardboard slipcover case. This was released as part of the Wonderland sales promotion back in May, I think, of 1986. This was the 5th film in the Black Diamond Classics line after, because the first 4 were Robin Hood, Pinocchio, Dumbo, and The Sword in the Stone. Yeah, I know IMAX Nation 1980, NWB 1989, and Breezy Op Station 87 have this VHS. I don't know who else has this VHS, though. But anyway, yeah, I'm sure y'all are probably very surprised that I found this. Probably very happy about it. Here's the spine, the top, the other spine, and the back, and it has that same critic review. You will be charmed, delight, and deliriously amused by this latest example of the superb heights to which Disney has raised the art of movie animation, stated by the New York World Telegram. And this tape has no previews on it. Anyway, here's the tape, sticker label. Now, this is my second Alice in Wonderland VHS tape that has a sticker label, a Black Diamond Classics one, except because I have the 1988 one. But the difference is on the 88 one, the title was at the top and the diamond is in the middle. Here, it's vice versa. And the print date, it's a little bit of a later printing from August 8th, 1986. And the print date is in ink on here, not a sticker. Yeah, but I'm sure you're all very, very surprised that I found this. I found this last month, by the way. So yeah, I found this on eBay for like $7 or $8, so I couldn't pass it up. All right, now we're moving on to the Blu-rays. I got all these over the course of April and May, so yeah, sorry I waited so long to do this. This first one, this I actually got last Friday at Walmart, North Island. It was like they were selling for like $7.50. This is the Blu-ray of Gone with the Wind, and this has the famous line said at the end of the movie, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn," said by Rhett Butler, who was played by none other than the late Clark Gable. Yep, this is a great classic from 1939. As you know, I do have this film on DVD, by the way, as you saw my Warner Brothers DVD collection video I did quite a few years ago, back in 2016. Yep, great classic. We know for 25 years this was the highest grossing film of all time until The Sound of Music broke the record. And it was mostly directed by Victor Fleming, who was the credited director of The Wizard of Oz. Fleming did most of the directing of this film and Wizard of Oz. Because initially when they started filming, the film was being directed by George Cukor, the late George Cukor, and but then he was fired a few weeks into filming because of, apparently, he didn't get along with Clark Gable. So then Victor Fleming, who was in the middle of directing The Wizard of Oz, was brought in to take over directing, and another director, the late Sam Wood, took over for 2 weeks while because Fleming had a nervous breakdown. Anyways, you can see here's the spine, back. Winner of 10 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. Includes an audio commentary by historian Rudy Belmer. Now, this is a different kind of slipcover. This is a new thing Warner Brothers doing at Walmart stores. They reissued a bunch of their titles at Walmart stores with new slipcovers, but the same artwork. I'll show you. So I'm going to take this out. See, this is technically the 70th anniversary edition Blu-ray that came out back in 2009. Anyway, here's the spine for this. In the back, it says, a towering landmark of a film stated by Roger Ebert, the Chicago Sun-Times. Let me open this up. It's in an eco case. Not only enough, here's the disc. It's just one disc, which you can see Scarlett O'Hara. It's very interesting because on the DVD, the film is split over 2 discs due to the long film. Because, you know, this film is nearly 4 hours long. But yeah, Gone with the Wind, still a great classic from 1939. Definitely recommend it. All right, now this I got at Best Buy in Warwick, Rhode Island this past Tuesday, and this came out on Tuesday. Now, a lot of these sales I got at Best Buy, and you're probably wondering, like, how so? Because technically the Best Buy in my area is closed. Nobody's allowed to go inside, but they're doing this thing, curbside pickup. You basically place the order online, and then you show up at the parking lot, and they bring it out to your car. So that's what I've been doing. So this first one, this I got on Tuesday. This came out last Tuesday. Yep, this is the 45th anniversary 4K Blu-ray of Jaws, and there's some tape right here because I taped this whole thing on because I want to read you the critic reviews and everything without it being loose. Yeah. As you know, I do have this. I will have to do a comparison video of 2 different Blu-ray versions of Jaws because I do have the 2012 Blu-ray. And technically, this is my 3rd version because I do have Jaws in that Steven Spielberg Blu-ray box set, but I'm not going to include that. As you know, this is my all-time favorite movie, and yes, this month will be the film's 45th anniversary because we know the film itself came out in theaters on June 20th, 1975. Yep, great classic, my all-time favorite movie. This is similar to my 35th anniversary edition Blu-ray of E.T., where it has like a book and everything. I'm going to show you that in a minute, but anyway, here's the spine. Back, 4 times sharper than full HD with HDR for brighter, deeper, more lifelike colors. Bonus features got the shark is still working, the impact and legacy of Jaws, the making of Jaws, Jaws the restoration, deleted scenes and outtakes from the set, storyboards, production photos, marketing Jaws, Jaws phenomenon, and original theatrical trailer. Yep. Open this up. I'm going to show you first. Comes with a book. This is a nice behind the scenes book about the making of the movie. All right, here's the actual case. It also says the film that still makes audiences afraid to go in the water. Yep. Here we got a digital copy code. I've already entered that in. Here's both the discs, oddly enough, have artwork, despite this being a universal Blu-ray. Here's the 4K Blu-ray disc, which you can see the shark, aka, or they named him Bruce. And here's the regular Blu-ray disc, which you can see some of the ocean. Yep. Yep. But yeah, I'm glad I finally have this 4K Blu-ray of Jaws. Great movie. All right. Now this I got at Best Buy and working on it a few weeks ago. I think like 4 weeks ago. I already have this film on Blu-ray as well. This is the 2017 4K Blu-ray of Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Now I got this, as you know, I do have the original 2006 Blu-ray on here, but I figured it was time for an upgrade. So I decided, you know what the hell. And yeah, this came out back in 2017 when they re-released it in AMC theaters in 3D. Yep, Terminator 2. We know this is a great classic. This is probably my favorite this is my favorite of the Terminator movies. And I'm going to say that canon-wise, I think the story really ended with this film. Dark Fate to me is kind of a non-canon to me. Same with I can't really say the same about Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines, Terminator Salvation, or Terminator Genesis, because I actually still have not seen those 3 movies yet, but probably will check them out soon. But yeah, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, we know this film is a masterpiece, probably one of those rare sequels that's better than the original. So I will do a comparison video of 2 different Blu-ray versions of Terminator 2 Judgment Day, although I do have the original 1992 VHS of this film as well. Here's the spine. Back, brand new digital restoration, and the greatest action blockbuster of all times. I'm 5 stars, as stated by the Daily Mirror. Yep, it's got all these things. Buster's got TR reprogramming the Terminator, 55-minute documentary including exclusive interviews with Arnold Schwarzenegger, James Cameron, Edward Furlong, and more. 2 deleted scenes with audio commentary, 2 feature commentaries, the making of Terminator 2, 30-minute featurette, and 3 different versions of the film and trailers. Yep, there's 3 versions of the film. There's the original theatrical version that audiences saw back in 1991, the special edition version, and the director's cut version with the alternate ending, because there was an alternate ending, and they made it the official ending on one of the cuts on this Blu-ray. Between all 3 of those, I like the theatrical version the best, probably because that's the one I'm more familiar with. Anyways, here we got the digital copy code. That code actually expired quite a few times ago. Due to the fact this is an older Lionsgate Blu-ray, this code actually expired a year and a half ago. Anyway, here's the 4K Blu-ray disc, which has Sarah Connor. played by Linda Hamilton. And here's the regular Blu-ray disc, which has the T-1000, played by Robert Patrick, who was one of the scariest villains of all time. Yeah. Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Awesome, awesome, awesome movie. I definitely recommend it. Now this I got at this I also got at Best Buy. This I actually got today, actually. I was debating about whether or not I wanted to get this, but ultimately I decided, you know what the hell? This is the 4K Signature Edition Blu-ray of Aladdin, the Ultimate Collector's Edition. I originally was not, sorry it took so long for me to get this. I was initially not, I think this came out back in like the fall or something, like in October, maybe November. I initially was not going to get this because, you know, I do have the Diamond Edition Blu-ray, but ultimately I decided, you know what, since I have the signature editions of Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid, and Lion King, you know what, why not just get Aladdin? So, you know what, I'm like, okay, fine. I will be doing a comparison of two different Blu-ray versions of Aladdin since, you know, I do have the 2015 Diamond Edition Blu-ray. Anyways, you can see, I believe this Blu-ray came out the same day that the live-action remake Blu-ray came out, or the Blu-ray release of the live-action remake, which I still have not seen yet, but I actually might check that out too. In fact, I've heard actually from clips of, I'm not too crazy on the Disney live-action remakes, but from what I've seen of the Aladdin remake, it actually looks pretty promising, and it is on Disney Plus. So if you guys think I should check it out, let me know. Here's the spine, back. It says the same thing that's on the Diamond Edition Blu-ray, the funniest animated film of all time, by Pete Heyman, a Deadline. Just got two ways to watch: the original theatrical version and sing-along mode. Alternate ending: Aladdin on Aladdin. Scott Wagner, the voice of Aladdin's personal journey as the voice of Aladdin. Let's not be too hasty. Join the cast in the recording booth. Plus classic bonus, including the Genie outtakes, filmmaker commentary, and much more. It seems that a lot of the bonus features from both the Platinum Edition and the Diamond Edition have been carried over to this Blu-ray. Here we got a digital copy code. I've already entered that code in. Here's the 4K Blu-ray disc, which is artwork of the Genie. And here's the regular Blu-ray disc, which is just the blue disc. Yeah. Aladdin, great movie. Now this I also got at Best Buy. This I got at the beginning of last month, I believe. This is the 2017 Blu-ray of Jumanji. This is the original film from 1995. Robin Williams. As you know, I do have this film on both VHS and DVD, which I showed in an update 5 years ago. So I will do a comparison of 3 different versions of Jumanji. I got quite a few comparison videos to do. And yeah, great classic. Since I got this, because since I have Welcome to the Jungle and The Next Level on Blu-ray, I thought might as well get the original film on Blu-ray. Yeah, I recently rewatched it after I bought it, and it was the first time in quite a while that I'd seen the film, and it was a lot better than I remember it. This Blu-ray doesn't have a slipcover, unfortunately. This Blu-ray came out back in late 2017. I think it was to promote Welcome to the Jungle, which was coming to theaters around Christmas of 2017. I know there was also a 4K version of this, which I didn't get. Anyway, as you can see, here's the spine. But yeah, if you haven't seen the original Jumanji, I definitely recommend it. And this is also the only Jumanji film that Sony released through their TriStar Pictures banner, because then Welcome to the Jungle and The Next Level were released through Columbia Pictures. And in the back, it says, all new special features, including never-before-seen deleted scenes and hilarious gag reel with Robin Williams and the cast. And it also has a sneak peek at Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, which was coming to theaters around the time. Bonus features got a special effects crew commentary, Jumanji Motion. Storybook is read by author Chris Van Allsburg, because, you know, this is based on Allsburg's book of the same name. 3 behind-the-scenes featurettes, storyboard comparisons, extreme book of nature, photo galleries, episodes from Jumanji, the animated series, and original theatrical trailers. And believe it or not, this film was actually directed by Joe Johnston, who 16 years later would go on to direct Captain America: The First Avenger. Yep. And if you're wondering which movie do I prefer of the Jumanjis, this one's or the new movies, I'm not really making a choice, because to me, despite the fact there's technically the same continuity, I consider them to be two different things. Like this movie, like, you know, it's like a board game that comes into the real world. The new movies, it's like kids sucked into a video game. I know it's the same thing, but I decided to separate them a bit, so that way there's no competition. But yeah. Anyway, no inserts, but here's the Blu-ray disc, which is over. You could see Alan Parrish and a bunch of the other animals from the Jumanji game. Yeah, but Jumanji, the original Jumanji, is an absolute classic. I definitely recommend it if you have not seen this movie yet. Now, this next one was a blind buy. This I got at Target in Warwick Round a couple days ago, actually, back on Thursday, I think. This is the Blu-ray of Parasite, sensationally entertaining Bong Joon-ho at his best day by the New York Times. This came out back on Tuesday, and unfortunately, this is only the regular one. I didn't get the 4K one. I wanted to get the 4K one, but this was not really sold at many stores. Like, it wasn't available on the Best Buy website. It wasn't available at any Walmarts. Neither the one in my location or the one in Warwick or the one in Coventry. And then finally I went to Target, and all they had was the regular one, this one. And there's a little damage on the slipcover, but oh well, what are you going to do? Anyway, believe it or not, I actually have not seen this film yet, but I got it because I've heard fantastic things about it. Like, even won Best Picture, and it's said to be like probably like the #1 best film of 2019. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to checking this out. If you've seen Parasite, let me know what you think. All I know is that it is a subtitled film. Like, this film is not spoken in English. Anyways, you can see here's the spine, back, a nerve-wracking masterpiece by Vulture. Bonus features got Q&A with director Bong Joon-ho. Forgive me if I mispronounced that. But yeah, I'm very looking forward to checking Parasite out. Here we got the digital copy code. I've already entered that in. And here's the disc. It's a see-through disc since this is a universal Blu-ray. Yeah. If you've seen Parasite, let me know what you think. I'm looking forward to checking this out. All right, now this I got at a Walmart store in Coventry. This is the same place where I got my Steelbook Blu-ray of Man of Steel. This is the Blu-ray of Guns Akimbo. It says Get Loaded. Now, this movie surprised me. This is an action movie that stars Daniel Radcliffe and Samara Weaving. This wasn't really a blind buy, because actually the day before I had actually rented this movie from Redbox. I had seen the trailer for this, and I never got around to seeing it in theaters. In fact, it had a very, very limited theatrical run here in the States. And I rented it from Redbox, and I liked it so much that the next day after I returned it, I went and bought a copy of the Blu-ray. Yeah, this is a great action film. It has Daniel Radcliffe as well as Samara Weaving. Samara Weaving, she did this film just shortly after Ready or Not. Now, I liked Ready or Not, but I wasn't too crazy. I didn't love as much as everyone else. I just thought Ready or Not was decent. But one of the things I did like about that film was Samara Weaving's performance, and it was a rare example of a modern Hollywood movie portraying a strong female character correctly. And in this film, her acting talents went raised even higher with her role as Nyx. She's not on the cover. This is the main character, Miles, played by Daniel Radcliffe, who we all know is from Harry Potter. And oddly enough, I gotta say, of all the Harry Potter actors, I think Daniel Radcliffe probably had the best of career, the most successful. And by the way, this is one of two film Blu-rays in this update that includes an actor from a Harry Potter film. The other one I'll show you in a little bit. But yeah, he plays the character Miles. And yeah, also he pulls off an American accent fantastically. But yeah, if you haven't seen Guns Akimbo, I definitely either rent it or blind buy it. Any one of those is worth it. Here we got the spine, the back. There's no critic review on the back, but yeah, that's Samara Weaving's character, Nyx. Also, just got an audio commentary with writer and director Jason LaHowden. Welcome to Schism featurette and Nyx versus Dane stunt sequence exploration. So yeah, I liked a lot of the stuff in this. My only complaint about the movie is that I thought the third act of the movie was rushed. I wish we had seen more scenes of Miles and Nyx teaming up together, doing a lot of stuff. I didn't like, spoiler alert by the way, I didn't like how Nyx died. Anyway, we can open this up. As you can see, here's the digital copy code. I've already entered that code in. It's in Eco Case. Since this is a Lionsgate Blu-ray, it has artwork. You could see Miles on there. Yeah, this wasn't released on 4K. Oddly enough, the only 4K Lionsgate Blu-ray I have is Knives Out. Pretty sure I do. Maybe I have one other one. I actually don't remember. But yeah, Guns Akimbo, awesome, awesome movie. Now this I got at Best Buy. This is my first Blu-ray I did a curbside pickup for at Best Buy. This I got actually back in April. This came out I got it a few days after it came out. This is the Blu-ray of Little Women, the best film of the year, stated by Joe Morgenstein of the Wall Street Journal. Yep. This was a winner of 6 Academy Awards, including Best... No, this was a nominee. It was nominated for 6 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. I saw this in theaters actually back in December at the Entertainment Cinemas movie theater in Southwest Round. I saw it back on the day before New Year's Eve, back on December 30th. And this was actually a really, really good movie. This is the other Blu-ray that has a film that has a Harry Potter actor, that being, obviously enough, Emma Watson, who you all know used to be my celebrity crush. And no, before you ask, no, I did not see this film because of Emma Watson, actually. I saw it because I had read the original book. And I know I did see the 1994 adaptation, so I wanted to see this version. And oddly enough, also, Emma Watson does not have much screen time in this movie because the main character, it's this character right here, played by Saoirse Ronan. Yeah. Oddly enough, this wasn't released on 4K, but yeah, this was a great film. This film was directed by Greta Gerwig, who had directed Lady Bird 2 years earlier, which also starred Ronan. It says, an exhilarating gift of a movie that honors female independence at any age, to by Peter Travers of Rolling Stone. He's got a new generation of Little Women making a modern classic. Greta Gerwig, women making art, hair, makeup test sequence, Little Women behind the scenes, Orchard House, House of Louisiana, and May Occult. Despite this being released under the Columbia Pictures banner by Sony, I don't know why this wasn't released on 4K. I mean, they released A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood and Jumanji: The Next Level, which had come out just shortly before this movie on 4K, so why didn't they release this on 4K? And there's also another Sony Blu-ray that I'm going to show later that also was released in 4K. And I'm going to be honest here, I'm sorry for this language, but I fucking hate this cover. I don't know what it is with these studios doing this one character on the cover. This is such an ugly cover. I mean, why couldn't they use the film's theatrical poster as the cover? That was a million times better. Anyway, we got the digital copy code. Oh yeah, I forgot this is a Blu-ray and DVD combo pack. Anyway, here's the Blu-ray disc, which has artwork, and then here's the DVD disc. Yeah, Little Women, great movie. All right, now this Blu-ray, this I got at Walmart in Warwick, Rhode Island. This was about 3 weeks ago. This is Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. Yeah, this was the this is the 8th film in the DC Extended Universe, and now I have all films in the DC Extended Universe. And shortly, I will be doing my DCEU Blu-ray collection video. As we know, their next film, Wonder Woman 1984, is coming out. And actually, Wonder Woman 1984 was actually supposed to come out yesterday. But we know they had to delay it due to the coronavirus. So now, Wonder Woman 1984, that's now coming out August 14th, which that's currently my most anticipated film of 2020. Although the first Wonder Woman came out back in 2017. But anyway, back to Birds of Prey. I saw this in theaters at the Showcase Cinemas movie theater in Warwick, about 2 days after it came out, back on February 9th. And I thought this was a decent spin-off of Suicide Squad, and I liked it. Another thing about the DCEU, as you all know, next year we will finally be getting the Snyder Cut of Justice League, which is supposed to come out on HBO Max. I don't even have HBO Max, but I'm going to buy it just to see the Snyder Cut of Justice League. Yeah. But anyway, back to Birds of Prey. This was a decent spin-off. It wasn't anything too special, but I thought it was entertaining. Here's the spine. Packed with crazy, fun action, stayed by Sean O'Connell of Cinema Blend. I admit, Margot Robbie does give a fantastic performance as Harley Quinn. Bonus features got Bird's Eye View. The fresh take on the film is loaded with Harley-sized looks, fun facts, and Easter eggs, all viewed in bird-centric style. Also includes a gag reel, Birds of Prey, Birds of a Feather, how the birds came to life. Sanity is so last season, driving it to all things fashion. Wild nerds meet Bruce the hyena. Grim and crime get into a girl's production design. Romansky, who is Black Mask, a love skate relationship. Yep. Here we got digital copy code. Here's the 4K Blu-ray, which is a pink disc, and then here's the regular Blu-ray, which is sort of a mint green, bluish disc color. Yeah, but Birds of Prey, pretty good movie. I know my YouTube/Facebook friend Eric MacArthur loves this movie. And by the way, today is also Eric MacArthur's birthday. So if you, Eric, if you're watching this this is for you. So yeah. Now this I got at Best Buy, I think last week, if I'm not mistaken. This is the 4K Blu-ray of Sonic the Hedgehog. Yep. Now, this was a really surprisingly good movie. We all know the history, the story of this film, how they got delayed. Because initially, this movie was supposed to come out back in November of 2019. But we know when they released the first teaser last year, everybody was appalled by Sonic's ugly design. So they delayed the movie by 3 months. And they redesigned the Sonic character, which was a million times better. Yep, this is also an exclusive edition. It comes with a book. I saw this in theaters at the Island Cinemas 10 in Newport, Rhode Island. This was the second time I had visited that theater, because the first time was in July of last year when I saw Spider-Man Far From Home. But yeah, this was actually a really good movie. I was actually very impressed by this movie, and Jim Carrey probably gave his best performance since the 90s. Anyways, you can see here's the spine, back. You got Here's got a commentary by director Jeff Fuller and the voice of Sonic, Ben Schwartz. Disc 2 got deleted scenes and bloopers, Sonic's next adventure, building robot Nick with Jim Carrey and more. Open this up. Show you, comes with a little comic book. Here we got a digital copy code. I've already entered it in. Since this is a Paramount Blu-ray, there's not really any artwork. Here's the 4K Blu-ray, and then here's the regular Blu-ray. Yeah, but Sonic the Hedgehog, really, really, really good movie. Now, this I got at Target in Warwick, Rhode Island last Wednesday last week, excuse me. This is, the 4K Blu-ray of Onward, and this is the Target exclusive digibook kind of thing, or it comes with a book and everything. I got this version because the regular Blu-ray and the 4K Blu-ray did not come with slipcovers for some reason. I don't know why, but I'll go into that in just a minute. But yeah, this was a really good movie. As you all know, I saw this in theater. I was one of the few people that saw this in theaters, because this came out in theaters at the beginning of March. And it was only in theaters for about a week and a half because, and unfortunately, it was Pixar's lowest grossing film and only made like $103 million. The fact that this film came out shortly before the coronavirus really struck and affected everything. But then shortly after, it was released on Disney Plus, and I did watch it. But I decided, you know what, complete my Pixar Blu-ray collection, and now I have all 22 Pixar films on Blu-ray. And in about probably like a week, I will be doing a Pixar Blu-ray collection. As we all know, their next film, Soul, was originally supposed to come out this month. It was supposed to come out on June 19th, but due to coronavirus, it got delayed, and now Soul is scheduled to come out November 20th, 2020. But Onward, this was actually a really good movie. I saw this in theaters with my best friend Luke at the Showcase Cinemas movie theater in Warwick, Rhode Island, opening weekend, as we do with our Pixar tradition. Yeah. And this film was directed by Dan Scanlon, who had directed Monsters University. And yeah, very, very good movie. Here's the spine. Back. Emotional and action-packed by Brian Truett of USA Today. Also just got deleted scenes, quest for story, director Dan Scanlon's personal connection with the characters, Heartfire creating the magic of Onward, Dragon High crafting the epic battle solo, Wizard Rock bringing the musical score to the screen, and more. Yep. And this film stars two, actually, MCU actors, the two main characters, that being Tom Holland and Chris Pratt. Tom Holland plays Spider-Man in the MCU, and Chris Pratt plays Star-Lord. Anyway, I'm going to take this off. Spine. Okay. Open this up, and there's comes with a book. And now we're going to take out the regular case. This is what the regular Blu-ray looks like, or the regular 4K one. Yeah, for some reason this wasn't released with a slipcover, but I have a theory why. Here we got a digital copy code. I've already entered that in. Here's the 4K Blu-ray, which has the van. Here's the regular Blu-ray disc with the movie, which you can see Barley and Ian. Oh, sorry, Sorry, this got loose right there. But here's the Blu-ray disc with the bonus features, which you could see the Manticore. But yeah, Onward, really, really, really good movie. This is probably my favorite movie of this year so far. All right, now the last Blu-ray, this I got at Walmart and Workaround probably at the beginning of, I think I got this like 3 weeks ago. This is the 4K Blu-ray of Bloodshot. Superheroes are getting an upgrade, includes an alternate ending. I was actually one of the few who also saw this in theaters. I saw this in theaters with my friend Mitchell at the Showcase Cinemas movie theater in Workaround the day right after it came out back on March 14th. And this was only in theaters for just a couple days, though, due to the fact that this was released just a few days before the coronavirus really hit the U.S. and closed down all the movie theaters. And I believe the movie theaters will probably be reopened sometime in mid-July when Tenet comes out. Yeah. The coronavirus really had an impact on the movie industry. Yeah, I was one of the few who saw this in theaters. And oddly enough, this Blu-ray was not released with a slipcover, and I think I know why this and Onward were not released with slipcovers, since they were only in theaters for just a few not very long, and then they went straight to streaming services. And I guess the Blu-ray releases came out a lot earlier than they were expected to. So my guess is that they probably didn't have time to make the slipcovers. My guess is probably because they were in such a hurry to get the Blu-rays out that they didn't have time to make the slipcovers. But I don't know if that's true or not, but oh well. Yeah, but this was a pretty good movie. I liked it. And this was released by Columbia Pictures, and oddly enough, this was released on 4K. Yet Little Women wasn't. I don't get that. Here we got the spine. Back, A Straight Face of Adrenaline, stayed by Brandon Davis at comicbook.com. This, because this is based on a comic book. Special features got deleted scenes, deleted extended scenes, including an alternate ending, outtakes and blooper reels, initiate sequence, directing Bloodshot, Forgotten Soldiers, and the cast of Bloodshot. I haven't seen this film since the cinema, so I got to give it a rewatch. Here we got the digital copy code. Here's the 4K Blu-ray disc. 4K Blu-ray disc, which has Ray Garrison. And here's the rare Blu-ray disc, which also has that same character. Yeah, Bloodshot, not a bad movie. I definitely recommend it. All right, there you go. That's my VHS and Blu-ray update for today, June 6, 2020. I will see you all for my next video, which will be a comparison video of 2 different Blu-ray versions of Jaws.